Welcome back, everybody, to Find Your Beach podcast.
Yeah, get up there.
Hi.
Oh my God, what is that?
It's a tiny bear.
It'd be so funny if we didn't know who this dog was.
Yeah, this dog just walked up to us. No, let's start over. Can we start over?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, wow,
Okay,
everybody.
wow. Welcome to another episode of Find Your Beach
with Andy and Rosebud.
the only podcast about real estate in the Dominican Republic.
And leukemia.
Yeah. Leukemia Republic. No.
Welcome back. We are on episode 3. We've recorded 2 already.
Yeah.
We're really,
great. We're the quinoa is flowing through us.
We are on fucking fire.
We are exploding with nicotine lozenges and healthy
sexual
snacks.
energy.
Sex. We got sex smells.
We're smelling cum and skin.
What are those trees that smell like cum? I want to find
They're
that
cum
out.
trees.
No, they're not called cum trees.
Yes, they are. Everybody knows them as cum trees. If you say cum trees, everybody knows what you're talking about.
Yeah, but do you think you could pick it out without smelling it? Like
Yeah.
you could see it and be like, oh, that's a cum tree.
Yes.
Because I don't know what they look like, but I do know what they smell like, and it's cum.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think I could pick them out because they look like big dicks.
All trees or just these ones?
Just these ones.
It's bizarre that tree, for some survival, whatever, like evolution, was like, I'm going to smell like cum. It's going to keep me on the planet.
Yeah, he's like, oh, weeping willow. You think you're impressive because you got long arms and you look sad all the time?
How about
well,
I
guess
smell...
what? I'm going to be a fucking party.
Yeah, I'm going to smell like a hot load.
I'm going to smell like a hot load on a summer day.
It's going to smell like bleach and flour, all right?
Yep.
Hope you're excited.
Because everybody's going to gather around me and they're going to lick my trunk.
Do you think there's anybody who grew up on a street with those trees and then the first time they, found a sock that they jerked off into, they were like, wow, this really smells like that tree that I grew up next to?
Yeah, so in somebody's mind, it's so backwards that they're like, oh, it's the sock trees.
Yeah, this cum smells a lot like those trees.
Yeah.
And my dad's hug. What?
What?
Huh?
My uncle.
My uncle. I'm just thinking about a sitcom where the uncle's sexually abusing the nephew, but it's still played like a sitcom. It's like
He's like, hey, Timmy. He grabs him by the balls.
Yeah, and his dad's like, whoa, what are you doing here? Up to in here? And the
Up
uncle's
to no
like,
good.
nothing.
Just telling Timmy he did great at his softball game.
Yep. Remember, don't tell anybody about our secret.
And the music plays, and it's just like that moment in Full House where they have a heart-to-heart.
Do you mean like the time on Saved by the Bell that Jesse got addicted to no-dos?
I'm so excited. I'm so scared.
God, she should have won an Emmy for that.
She really should have. That
was really
moment
good.
Burned itself into the brains of every child of the 90s.
Yeah.
Truly.
Yeah,
I will never forget Zach holding her in her room.
I never abused diet pills, but wasn't afraid of any other drugs. So they probably should have handled ones that were...
You do abuse constipation pills.
I don't.
Yeah, you do.
I take them when I get constipated.
You take a tea that blows your asshole out every single night.
And it feels great. I love to be empty. That's such a good feeling. I love it when you clean the whole system out. You know what I mean? Flush it out. Do you get those ads on Instagram for something called colon broom?
No, I don't, but it makes
You
a
do?
lot of sense that you do.
Yeah, it must be a guy thing. This one time I was trying to get like a fiber or something to like, because I was, having constipation problems. So I went online to like look up
God.
fiber supplements.
There is so much of this podcast is you talking about your fucking
Well, I'm going
bowels.
to the gastroenterologist this week, and that'll be the end of it.
I mean,
but let's
can't we
live in the
just-
moment.
Why do we need to talk about this on the podcast, though?
The same reason we talk about your stupid gash.
We don't talk about my gash. And also, I call it Excelsior.
Okay.
Okay? It's not a gash.
Because it's been all over New York.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, so I tried to buy
Because
this.
you have to have a pass to get in. And there's a toll.
That's what I say when I come, actually. I go, Excelsior! Like that. But anyways, so I was trying to buy this like supplement to like a fiber supplement to like
Right.
keep you regular. And I found this one and I was about to buy it. And then I realized what it is there is an entire world of supplements for gay men so that their butts aren't poopy. Like they take supplements so that they don't have like shitty butts.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that's their gash.
You got to clean it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was
They
talking
douche their butts.
I was talking to somebody about it. I think
douche
Zach
the
Noe
booty
Charles.
out.
Douche the booty out. We did. That was so fun the other night. We had like a old school, like hang on the street, just roasting each other night.
Because New York is there's still a,
11 p.m. curfew.
yeah. So like the cellar closes down at 11 p.m. and then they kick us out like a bunch of
Miscreants.
miscreants. Yes. Thank you.
They even turned the lights on. It was aggressive.
Yeah. They were like, get out.
Remember
Orphans.
that feeling when somebody would turn a light on at a bar? Like
God, nothing
like
worse.
a college bar and you're like dancing and the lights come on and you're like, oh, come on.
Like, fuck you.
Man.
Ruined my night every time the lights came on. Ruined it.
I'd
Ruined.
always try to bargain with them. Let us play another song.
Of course you did.
Come on, this is all I have.
Andy would run up to the bar. You don't understand. Everybody's been really looking forward to this night.
We've been having a lot of fun.
You don't want to screw this up for us.
Man,
Yeah, so that we were out on the sidewalk after they kicked us out, just having a fucking blast, like with nowhere to go, like a bunch of teens in the suburbs hanging outside of a 7-Eleven.
we actually had like 2 or 3 interactions with people too that were like, remember when that guy tried to bum a cigarette and he was like being a huge asshole about it? And it was like all of us turned and we were like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, he had the same vibe as that guy that we were talking about, the begging for money guy.
Oh, yeah.
The change counter.
He was like, come on, man, just give me a
He's
fucking
like, give me
cigarette.
a fucking cigarette. Like, you have a cigarette? Where'd you get your cigarette? This is $1. $1 is worth more than one cigarette in your pack. And we were all I just turned to him and I was like, we're not your fucking parents.
Yeah.
I just lost it.
It was so weird because he literally just stood there like trying to think of a better argument. Oh, we should have punched him. We should have punched him with
Well, he
metal
did walk
gloves
away.
on.
He was like, well, you don't have to be jerks about it.
You don't have to be
He
a
got really
dick about
he
it.
got really hurt when I said we weren't his parents.
Yeah.
He was very upset.
He was also wearing all olive.
Yeah, he was
His
very
entire
monochrome.
outfit was olive. Mm-hmm. He looked like an
a
LL,
UPS box.
like an LL Bean model. Fell on hard times. That's what he kind of looked like. Like he walked straight out of the catalog into a dive bar. He got
He wasn't
fired
good
from
looking
set.
enough at all
That's true.
to walk out of a catalog.
He
And
looked
he
like
was too short.
He looked like a professor at a junior college. Is what he.
No,
looked
he looked like a pistachio.
Okay, fine. That's a pretty good description.
He looked like a little nut.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Little pistachio guy.
So we all made fun of that guy. And then there was another guy that came up. So our friend Yamanika came out, and she has been staying inside the entire year. You know, like you had a couple friends during COVID that you were like, oh, I knew you were neurotic, but I didn't know like the level. It took a pandemic for me to really see what the fuck's going on, you know? And Yam, at one point was described by Amina as walking outside of her apartment in a full shower curtain.
Yeah.
She had science goggles on and had just a shower curtain
Like
wrapped
literally.
around her body.
Like a plastic curtain.
Yes, and gloves on, and tried to say hi to Amina's kid, and her kid was like, "Don't talk to me."
Her kid started crying.
Her kid literally got scared. So Yam comes out with 4 masks on and a full windshield. All right, that literally goes like it clicks.
Like it clicks.
It clicks down. You pull it down. It goes click click click, and then you push it back up. Click click click, and it was like a drive-through window.
She also did you say 2 masks on under that?
She had
like
4 masks.
like
I swear to God, she was like
N95 and then a cloth mask over it.
yeah. It was like listening to Will Sylvance under a blanket when she
Yeah.
talked. It was impossible to understand what in God's name she was fucking trying to say. But so she was screaming the whole time about how everybody was too close, and we were all like, "What?"
And then she would smoke a
and then
cigarette.
This homeless guy came up to ask for a cigarette or something.
Yeah.
And she just shrieks. She's like, "Ah!" Like
Yeah, and then just ran away.
ran away because he tried to touch her. She
It was a great night.
she fucking screamed her ass off. And then, you know, because Yam's she's very sweet. She's like very Christian. She was like, somebody go get that man something to eat at
Yeah.
the 7-Eleven. But she was too scared to touch him.
Yeah.
So she was telling all of us
To do it for
to
her.
do it for her. And we're like, no. I don't know. Maybe somebody did. But
There was a point where there was like this kind of like, he was like a gay kid. Like, because when he walked up, he was like, okay. Because
yeah,
we were all
'cause
like,
we were all screaming.
goofing around. But nobody else clocked him. And so from Yamanika's perspective, she was doing a live where she was kind of like interviewing all 10 of us. And then all of a sudden there was just this kid. And literally in the live, you hear her go, "Who's that?"
And the kid puts his arms up and he's like, I work here.
And then
he
just
does not.
everybody just sent him away.
Yeah, we all were like, get lost, loser.
That was fun.
He was like Fievel Goes West. He just wanted to have a good time.
Is that what you think of Fievel Goes West?
Yeah.
Fievel Goes West is an allegory for the Holocaust.
It is?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah,
I thought it was a story about a mouse.
It is. The mouse is a Jew in Russia
But he comes to America.
to get away from the cats who are the communist Jew killers.
How the fuck would I know that when I was watching that as a fucking child?
Well, I don't know. It's sad.
Were you watching that as a child going, wow, what a beautiful allegory for the fucking Holocaust?
Well, it's not the Holocaust technically. It's more, I think, the pogroms. I think.
Oh my God, you're impossible.
Anyways,
It's a child's movie, for fuck's sake. It's about a
it is
mouse.
not a child's
He goes
movie.
to America and he loses his parents
Well, he loses his parents before,
and his hat.
that's why he
at
goes
some
to
point.
America.
At some point, he loses his hat. And
What
it's
about
really
the Secrets
upsetting.
in Him? Do you remember the Secrets in Him?
No, I don't remember that.
Oh.
I mean, I kind of remember it was more like my sister Hallie's movie. She really liked it. But to me, what the fuck did you just burp up?
I think a little bit of an Andean dream just kind of came up. Maybe
It
that
literally
or
sounded
the
like bile or
the cracklins.
honestly,
When I burp, it's spicy.
it felt like
With
you
a
were
little
gargling
stevia.
cappuccino foam. That's what it sounded like.
It felt like that.
Yeah.
Just let me be gross.
Okay, well let me watch a movie without ruining it with fucking Holocaust shit.
It's not the Holocaust. I told you about that. It's the pogroms.
I don't know what that is either.
In the 1930s, Stalin was very paranoid, and anybody that wasn't like completely patriotic, or even like if you were like not Muscovite Russian, he basically tried to kill you. This is the crazy thing about Stalin that nobody knows, or like, I mean, everybody knows, but
He knew about loyalty.
No, but get this. Hitler killed like, I think he killed 8 million total, something like that. Like, you know, obviously a horrible number. Stalin's numbers are like 35, 40 million. He was out there murdering folks. Like
He was putting up numbers.
He was putting up numbers. Like he's the number one killer. I think Genghis Khan is technically the number one killer of all people. He killed like 100 million or something like that. But
Can we look that up?
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say best, but
you could say
kind of the best
Yeah.
if we're talking numbers.
Dude, I just took a shower. I don't know what's going on, but I conditioned my hair. Maybe I didn't wash all the conditioner out. My head is itchy.
Yeah,
I
it
got
looks
an
itchy.
itchy head.
And by itchy, I mean it's you have dandruff all over you.
I'm gonna have to buy some fucking Head and Shoulders on the way home.
Okay.
When we
can do
stop
that.
for gas, I'm gonna have to get a travel size Head and Shoulders.
Okay.
Mao Zedong.
Mao Zedong.
Oh yeah, the Cultural Revolution. What was his number?
45 million.
45 million?
Whoa, my man Mao out here.
What the
getting it.
fuck?
I'm seeing 78 million.
For who?
Mao.
78 million
Damn.
for Mal.
That is a very different number.
How many
than 45.
COVIDs is that?
Well, it's 2 million have died worldwide, right?
Yeah.
So
Wow.
40 times that?
Shit. Holy shit. Well, you learned something on this podcast
Yeah.
today.
Now it's a history podcast. Take this, hyenas.
Yeah, go fuck yourself, guys. Oh,
Go-
wait. It's actually, you know what? They ended their podcast. So
Oh, that's true.
it no longer exists.
Okay. Well,
R.I.P.
God bless. I wish you luck in all your future endeavors.
Yep.
Okay. Real quick. What's your favorite bird? Go ahead.
Blue Jay.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Blue Jay. Because, they're very intense and very aggressive, I think.
Okay.
They look very pretty, but they pack a punch.
Yeah. They'll attack. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then there's the woodpecker, the bug catchers.
Yeah, bug catchers. Bug chaser.
Yeah.
Okay.
Woodpeckers are cool.
There's a bunch of different kinds of woodpeckers.
What's your favorite bird?
I mean, big fan of ravens. Mm-hmm. They actually have the most developed vocal abilities. Nobody knows that. People in the 1900s thought they were going insane because ravens would talk to them. Mm-hmm. Crows too. I don't like crows as much. I like ravens, but
Why not crows?
They just don't have as much of a vocal ability.
They
as a
also wear
raven.
too much eyeliner.
Exactly. But a real cool bird, the kingfisher. Oh boy, you better believe it. And straight up love the
Wait,
color.
why kingfisher?
Because they're just a funny looking bird. They have like a giant head and beak on a tiny little body. And they have like really nice like colors and features.
Mm-hmm.
But they look cartoonish. They look like somebody drew a caricature of a bird.
That's what you look like.
That's not true. I
Yeah.
look like an eagle.
You look
because
like a caricature of a bird.
You look like a caricature of a muskrat. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and I try to catch you.
Well, sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm chewing on your fingers
Yeah.
like a muskrat would.
I've noticed. I also like mallard ducks. I think it's a beautiful bird.
Okay.
Anyways.
Why'd you ask me that?
I just thought, maybe to spice it up, kind of get to...
You thought asking me my favorite bird would spice things up?
Hey, you don't know. We had a lot of content right there.
You're right. Ask me something else.
Okay. Desert island or desert oasis?
These are the questions burning in your soul.
I don't have anything burning in my
Wait,
soul.
what's the difference between an oasis and an island?
An oasis is a group of trees and a pool of water in the middle of the desert. It's like
I see.
like a dot of moisture.
Okay, so
And
you're
then-
basically asking me a desert island or the reverse.
Yeah. And the desert island can be.
You're kind of asking me, do I like donuts or donut holes?
Yeah, in a way.
I'm
They're
gonna
both
say-
islands in a way.
I'm going to say desert island, but donut holes.
Okay.
I like a donut hole and a desert island,
Okay.
which was not what you asked me, but I turned it into a food reference.
I'm going to go to the judges.
Because I'm hungry.
They accept that answer.
What?
So
Okay,
the judges said yes.
great.
Okay. Let's think of another one.
Let me ask you something. When you're like sitting around in the car and I'm just like dicking around on my phone, are these the questions that are going through your mind? Like, I wonder what her favorite bird is.
No, I don't care that much.
What do you think about?
Leaving.
You think about
Just-
leaving?
Just, like
I'm serious.
a place in the world where my wife pays me more attention than like a viral TikTok dance, like those kind of things. Like what would have happened if I, had followed my dreams with that Jackson Hole yoga instructor kind of thing,
Right.
But guess
Have you
what?
ever thought of
I
maybe
always
being
think
more
about-
interesting than a TikTok dance?
Yes, and I would love to. Can you give me some lessons on being more interesting? Because I really do think I need this. I got to be more captivating, more engaging,
You don't
more
make
present.
you don't make a lot of eye contact. You could start with that.
Okay.
So, like when we were doing our wedding vows and she
Yeah.
had to tell you to look at me 17 times.
So get married again. Okay, cool.
Yeah, we should probably do that. And this time we should probably have a rehearsal because I would like to remember not to carry my flowers in one hand like a baseball bat.
Yeah. I also thought it was kind of weird that both your hands were in fists and you stomped up to the altar.
I think that was also a problem.
Like you were Bluto.
Yeah, it was as if I just found out where my rapist was and I was going to go beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, you juiced. You juiced right before and you were ready for it.
I really did seem like I was I had just gotten a tip off and I was a detective on my way to close a case. Anyway, so we would probably need to rehearse again. You would have to look at me more.
Okay. Not broader now, because now I need it for like just my socialization, not just getting married to you.
Yeah, so I think mimicking somebody's body language is a nice trick.
Okay,
When
cool.
someone's body language is open.
Open up.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can open up.
So repeat like, okay, that sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What we're doing right now?
Yeah, that's great.
I already feel more connected to you.
Yeah, I feel it too.
I know that you're lying,
I'm
but
not
it
lying.
doesn't feel like a
I
lie.
feel really good right now, actually.
You actually seem insane.
No, I love this.
Do you?
I do.
I can't tell.
I'm serious. I'm having a great time.
You fucking liar.
I'm serious. I feel good. I gained your energy.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's one.
Okay.
You can uncross your legs.
Great.
Another way to do it.
Open up my body language. Your legs are crossed, by the way, just to,
Yeah,
just
but my
point of
pussy's
clarification.
out.
Oh,
so
okay. So it's all about that chakra,
Yeah.
opening that chakra.
Opening up your chakra.
Okay, cool.
Your groin chakra.
Groin chakra.
Yeah, and then you you don't literally need to do exactly what I'm doing.
Okay.
Because that's freaky.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're still mimicking my exact body language.
I don't know what you mean.
You're copying me, Andy.
What? I'm trying to. You said mimic the person's body language.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm sorry that I did this.
Okay, but no, honestly, because one thing I don't think I'm good at is I think that when I talk to somebody and I'm trying to listen, I don't do a very good job of it, even though I'm consciously trying to listen. Mm-hmm. So can you give me some advice on that?
Well, where does your mind go instead?
Just fractals,
Literally
different
fractals?
light sources, different options for algae-based biofuels, just random things.
Those are three things that, like, if I were to install a chip in your brain
Yeah.
and spy on your thoughts, I'd be like, I don't want this anymore.
Yeah.
Like, it's like when you buy an app and you have these expectations that you're going to get something juicy out of it.
Yeah.
And you're like, this is not, there's a bunch of in-app purchases. I'm
Well,
not
also I
interested
think a lot
anymore.
of dirty things.
Yeah?
Yeah, when I'm walking down the street,
Okay.
I'll be like, I wonder what it looks like when she
Okay, you don't need to stop.
poops. You ever think about that when you see really beautiful people and you wonder what they're like when they poop?
No, but I do think about when I see very ugly people, I think about what their genitals look like.
Ugh.
It's a really unfortunate thing.
Wow.
Happens to me a lot.
You're like, wonder what that looks like.
I'll just be like, ugh, he's got a gross dick.
Yeah.
Or like if I see a woman who's like moist, I'll be like, ew, her.
It's a whole mess down there.
Yeah, it is
It's a mess.
It's Chernobyl
Yeah.
down there. It's all raw and
It looks like that cave that Jabba the Hutt almost threw Luke in.
yeah.
What's
Yeah.
that? What's that planet called? Do you guys remember? You don't have to look it up. It's fine.
Anyway, yeah.
Some nerd is yelling it out right now.
You're just picturing spider webs and sticky insects, Mm-hmm. So sometimes I'll see somebody real gross and even, you know what? Even really old people. When I see like really old people where it's like their spine's all fucked up and their eyes are popping out, I'm like, yuck.
Yeah, I do wonder about that. Like I was like watching that documentary I was watching a documentary where there was like a lot of older people were on it, and I was like, what did like when they fuck, like, what's it? I just can't imagine what it's like to because like like you hear about what's that place in Florida where all the old people live, the Heavens, I think.
Naples?
No, there's like a community. It's the biggest community of, I think it's called the Heavens or something like it. Or no. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? It's like the biggest
It doesn't matter.
retirement community in the world. Anyways,
Literally does not matter.
it does for this story.
Okay.
Because they have the highest STD rate in the world.
That's all you needed to say. You didn't need to say where it was.
No, I do, because it's old people don't think that they can get STDs, so they're all fucking around. And it's just weird. I've never thought of an old person sexually. I mean, Helen Mirren, she's got a nice rack.
She does. I've thought about Helen Mirren sexually.
Okay, is there anything else I could do to, do
No,
better?
but hold on a second. So you said you were watching this documentary and you were like thinking about them fucking?
Just because I know, like, I'm looking at the skin on their hands, and I'm just like looking at how fragile they are, and I just can't
Probably looks
imagine.
like a pile of laundry moving.
Yeah, just
know?
I can't imagine, like, like what do they do?
Yeah, if you've seen your sweaters in the dryer, if you've
Yeah.
ever watched, your sweaters going around in the dryer, that's what
That's
it
what
looks
it looks like when grandparents fuck.
Yeah.
It looks like when they're wet still, when all the laundry's still super wet, and it goes.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. I like that.
Exactly.
That's cool.
Yeah. Oh God.
Do you?
I also will see people sometimes and I'll be like, they have a hairy ass. Like I'll see a guy and I'll be like, ugh. He's got a hairy ass.
Well, I have a hairy asshole.
Okay.
Honestly,
That's a lot.
my
That is a
asshole.
lot. I don't think people really needed. They weren't ready for that. This is a Monday episode.
My asshole. It looks like somebody shoved a ponytail up my ass.
Looks like one of my hair extensions got caught in it.
Yeah, it looks like I had a clip-on braid and I tried to use it like Benoit balls. That's what it looks like. The rest of me hairless, but my butthole specifically.
That's so gross.
Yeah, it looks
We
like
were watching An Honorable Woman last night, which is good for about 30 minutes and then is the most boring. But there's one shot. There's one shot of a guy. Oh, go fuck yourself. There's one shot of a guy with like, it's just his chest. And I'm like, why?
Yeah, she hates
Why
it.
would they let him? It's so gross.
Because they're European. They're accepting of different body types, gross ones. You know how ugly you can be in Europe? It's amazing.
Yeah.
You can be real ugly and slay.
But you know what? They're not ugly. Like, he's not an ugly guy.
Yeah, but they're like
he's just
fine with,
unkempt.
they're fine with like, like a real flapjack titty and a uncircumcised hog and,
Yeah.
probably a cooch that looks like a fucking, somebody punched the hole in the side of a fucking.
Like a beat up peach.
Yeah, like, no, like they found a fucking, like they found a floating cow and somebody just kicked it, right?
What the fuck? Christ almighty.
They found a pig in a river and somebody just kicked it right in the gut. That's what a lot of the cooches look like over there.
That doesn't make any sense at all.
Okay, so you imagine a pig. It's waterlogged. Mm-hmm. Its skin has become tender. Mm-hmm. And you see that. You walk up and some shitty kid, just some fucking real asshole, doesn't have good parents. You know that it's bad at home, right?
Some serial killer.
He's always got some kind of weapon on him, but it's not like, it's like something like he's
like
found.
Huck Finn.
Yeah, it's like a gardening spade or something like that. And you're trying to just keep him out of trouble. But he sees that floating fucking pig and you're like, here we go again. And he just walks right up to it and he kicks it right in the fucking guts. But it's been in the river so long that a hole just kind of goes poof,
Yeah.
It's not
His foot just goes right through it.
it's somehow wet, but it's not moist. Do you know
Got
what I
it.
mean?
Yes.
Anyways,
Yeah.
that's exactly what a lot of the vaginas look like in Europe. And I'll go to my grave on that.
Okay. Well, that's today's episode, everybody.
No, we can't be done.
To follow up,
Yes.
to make you more likable.
Uh-huh.
And this is without you getting defensive.
Okay.
Okay? So I don't want any fucking attitude.
I don't even know what attitude is.
You don't?
No.
Because it feels like you're giving me some.
Honestly, I'm just so happy for all these gems right now.
I hate you.
I know.
One thing would be to wipe that cunty smile off your face when you are asking for advice. And then when somebody offers it to you, you look at them like, do you even read the New York Times?
Okay, so
Have you even looked at a New Yorker?
try to act less pretentious.
Yeah.
Okay. I could do that. That's great.
Yeah.
This has been really helpful.
Don't show up to parties with fucking Andes cookies. You know, Andes mountain cookies.
Okay, first of all, I've never showed up to a
Quinoa
party
cookies.
like that. I wouldn't do that. One time you showed up
Fake pork
to
rinds.
a black
You weren't even there,
Thanksgiving and
so
you brought
shut up.
A bear
we weren't
kale
even
salad.
friends at that point, and I had just been through a breakup.
Sure.
So yeah, I brought a
Sure.
kale salad with a couple of onions in it, and I was sad.
Okay.
It was Thanksgiving, and I had no one to celebrate with. My dog was dead, and I had just broken up with someone. So I'm sorry that I didn't put love into my food. I didn't have a lot to give.
Yeah, I get it. Man. When you leave me, I'm gonna cook great food.
Yeah?
Yeah. When you leave me, I'm gonna go to
Why
Calcutta.
do you say when I'm going to leave you?
I'm just
What
guessing.
makes you say that?
Yeah, I think you're probably gonna get something where it's like, like you get some opportunity, and then like
so.
just strategically in your head, you will justify the infidelity. You'll be like, it's just good for my brand, and you'll tell me like that too. You'll be like, look, it didn't mean it to happen. It's just like, it was just an opportunity I had to take,
Okay, I'm just writing all of this down mentally so that I can use it later and just be like, your words, not mine.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And then I'll just kind of be like, okay, I'm done here. And then I'll just go to the third world and I'll cook for the people.
Okay.
I'll turn that hole in my heart. I'll finally realize that I was enough and I'm just abundant.
Yeah.
And that I can actually give to people. I can provide, and I'll make eye contact and I'll mimic their bodies. And I won't be a cunt. I won't smile cunty. And I'll listen intently and intuitively.
Do you have any tips for me to be more likable?
Well, everybody likes you despite your dastardly personality. So I can give you tips on being less likable.
Okay.
Think about other things while people are talking to you.
Okay.
Try to get out of things no matter what, like whatever situation it is, constantly be trying to get out of it.
Yeah.
So somebody's like, hey, we're going to go do this. Be like, I can't, like just evade.
Uh-huh.
And then do a lot of self-deprecating in a kind of cry for help kind of way.
Okay, what about this? What if when we're at a party together and you don't want to leave, I just loom above you
Yeah.
with my jacket on?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I mean, that's worked for me.
Seems like that's straight out of the Andy playbook. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
God. This is something Rosebud will do. It'll be like the bar's closed and like everybody should be going home. And she'll be like, do you mind if we just spend an extra half an hour talking to my friend that we talk to every day? Do you mind if we just sit on the street? That was really fun. So I can't really say anything
You
about
mean
that.
me being the captain of fun?
You aren't the captain of
I'm
fun.
the captain of fun.
You're the corporal.
I'm the fun captain.
Okay.
All right, guys, that's today's episode. We love you. Wash your hands.
Wash your hands.
Don't lick your
your
lover's
lover's
eyeballs.
eyeballs.
Don't spit in their
Their
mouths. And mimic their body language no matter what. Bye.